ini ndoitwa zvikomborero. Ndindoita zvekuchengeta tsuro idzi. Ya, kana mchida kuziva zvizhinji nezvetsuro munouya muchiona isusu kuno kuti tinozvigadzira. Ndizo tsuro dzatinadzo izvezvi tine only 3 kgs that we have. Tine imwe kuside uko kweyo. But I see them. Then tine dzimwe tsuro dzatinadzo dzidiki, my left rabbits, not my kids. These are the kids. Atina waya. Tine mamwe acho aberekwa nhasi. Arimo this box. This is breeding box. Idzi ndizo dzimwe dzacho idzidzo dzakutoda kubva pana ndo ayama winners. Tinoda tumabvisa pana namai vacho. Then amai vacho atorone pamuviri vada kutobviswa kuti vaite sei? Vanobvisira vana kuti vaberekewo futi. Ndo zvatinenge tichiita isusu kuno kuZimbabwe.
Have you ever tasted rabbit meat? Or have you ever eaten rabbit meat? Or have you ever been invited to a party where there was a rabbit meat being served there? Or how many people do you guys know who eat rabbits out there? I did not know that there are so many people who eat rabbits. It's Tao, in case you haven't seen me before. And on this channel, I talk about my farming journey, which I started in 2022. And I do not live in Zimbabwe. I live in Sweden, but I do my farming in Zimbabwe. So yeah, I focus on my journey that I've walked and the journey that I'm still walking in terms of farming. I do focus on fish farming, vegetable farming, rabbit farming, and chicken farming. Those are the things that I focus on, the project that I'm working with in Zimbabwe. Also like planning for my retirement, of course. That's why I'm doing these things, all the projects that I'm working with. That's in preparation for my retirement, in preparation for the time when I move back to Zimbabwe. Yes, rabbit farming. Rabbit farming is something which is very, very rare. Well, not anymore, but in my world, I never used to think that it was like a big thing until when I saw this interview, which was done by the Kenyan YouTuber, I guess, I think. Yeah, I think she was from Kenya. She did an interview with a Zimbabwean farmer. That Zimbabwean farmer is very, very serious when it comes to rabbit farming. He's quite big in Zimbabwe when it comes to rabbit farming. That's what opened my eyes. That's what made me venture into rabbit farming as well. So after I watched that interview with that Kenyan YouTuber, I contacted the Zimbabwean farmer while I was still here in Sweden. And then we exchanged words, and then we talked a bit about rabbit farming. And then we agreed that I'll go there and visit him, and then to get more information about how it works. So yeah, I did exactly that. So when I went to Zimbabwe, I went to this place, to this guy's place, and then I ended up purchasing the rabbit cage right then. And then, of course, my rabbits as well, my first rabbits. So I started with 11 doors. And when we say doors, we mean like the female rabbits and then one buck. So altogether, there were about 12, because one buck, it serves about 11 doors. So I started with 12. So one thing that you also need to consider if you want to venture into this rabbit farming is that before you even venture into that, start by building a place, like a shed where you can have your rabbits, your rabbit cage in there. So I did that in a hurry. After I purchased my first cage, I took the cage home, and then I did not bring the rabbits with me at the same time. So when I took the cage home, that's when we fixed the shed, and I did that myself together with some guys who were there to assist me. It went really, really well. So we fixed the shed, and here are the pictures when we were fixing the shed for the cages. I will leave you guys watching this video about my rabbits and then how we are taking care of them and then how we are growing. Enjoy the video, guys, and then stay tuned. Iwe patu vana twese kuti maningi mashoma kaya tumakapo kadiki pa kufeda vana vesa
Waarom gröna husen på något?
det hade de födda barn. Den här
Gravida går dit.
ja. Wait lotengeswa kai wait lotengeswa kai kandi zigubo misi ngachengetwa ese ndo ndaisara kudhara kuti wait nekuti tanga kutoita mari before matanga kutengesa nengi nyama yacho tanga singisina market kuitwa kutengesa kacho. Right there is our new structure for the rabbits. We're expanding as they're growing, so your inspectors can come anytime and visit us. So this one here accommodates about 10 cages, and in each cage has about 12 compartments. So this is our new one, so we're going to shift them as soon as we are done with this one. We're expecting this one to be done by Friday, so the builders will be in action shortly.
Tisati wakuverengeka kuti tingani twese mune tumwe tuchechomba tisati wakunyatsooneka kuti tingani twese undo twakuoneka kuti uye zati tatobereka mune tuchechefuti twakuoneka kuti mutuchechefuti utu 2 4 6 8 ndo tukuoneka
So yeah, I hope you have learned one or two things about rabbit farming. In case you want to venture into that, and you can always reach out to me as well. And then there are also some other many rabbit farmers that are there in Zimbabwe that you can contact. But all I can say is that it is good business. It's really good and it's quite easy. It doesn't really take much of your time. You can just feed them like twice or three times a day, depending on the age and depending on whether they are pregnant or not. So you can also acquire that knowledge as you go. Right. So yeah, if someone had said to me a couple of years ago that one day you're going to eat rabbit meat, one day you're going to like rabbits, one day you're going to be a rabbit farmer, I was going to tell that person to go to hell. Say, from when I was a young kid, a young person, we never used to eat rabbits in my family. And we never used to know people who were eating rabbits. Especially those the exotic rabbits that you see them in the white rabbits, like the New Zealand white rabbits, the ones with like with pink eyes. It felt really unnatural to eat those kind of rabbits. So I fell in love with this rabbit farming for many reasons. Number one, you can simply make much money from rabbit, and you can make money from different things that come from rabbit. Things such as the urine itself, the manure that comes from it, the meat that comes from it, and the fur that comes from it. Most people in Zimbabwe, they don't really specialize in in fur. They just focus on meat, and then of course they use the urine. I will make a separate video whereby I'll just go through all the advantages and the disadvantages, all the good things about rabbits, and all the things that you can do with a rabbit animal. Right now, as we speak, I do have about 230 rabbits that I have at my place, and it's a very good thing. And it's also very good for those of you guys out there who are interested in focusing on rabbits, because they multiply in numbers very, very fast, very, very fast. It works like this. From the time that you met your doe, it takes 28 to 31 days before it gives birth. So you can do the math, guys. You can grow really fast. Is there money to be made in rabbit farming? And the answer is yes, there is a lot of money to be made in rabbit farming. For me, I wanted to I venture into this because I want to make money, of course, and then I want to focus on meat production. That's what I do, but I'm not yet making that much money from the project yet, because I'm trying to build my head. I want to have many breeders, because right now I have about 49 breeders, and then my goal is to reach to about 500 or 1,000 breeders. So that's why I'm not selling that much. I'm just keeping all the does that I get. I keep them. I only sell the bucks, and then I only sell them when I need to buy food for the rest of the head. So yeah, there is money to be made in rabbit farming, and most people, of course, they do wonder about the market. Is there any market? Yes, there is market, and the market is so huge that the rabbit farmers cannot sustain that market in Zimbabwe locally. I mean, and then even, of course, regionally there is market, but right in our country, in Zimbabwe, like I said, the rabbit farmers cannot sustain the market. There is huge demand when it comes to rabbit meat, which I did not know, because I grew up without eating rabbits. So yeah, now there is market. There is market. These people, the ones that sell these cages, and then the ones that sell the breeders, they also buy back from those ones who want to sell their rabbits. But of course, there are some conditions. But if you don't want to sell your products or your rabbits to those people, the ones that sell the cages and the breeders, you can create your own market, and it is huge. There are so many restaurants and many people who are health conscious when it comes to eating nowadays. So many restaurants, they like to save rabbit meat. The problem with these markets is that when they give you a contract, they want you to be consistent. They want you to supply them all the time. Like maybe they say you have to supply us after every 2 weeks or once a month. And most rabbit farmers, they find it very hard to keep up with, because they do not have that many breeders, which is why I'm targeting to reach 1,500 to 1,000 breeders, so that I can make money, like I can be a good supplier. So yeah, there is money in rabbit farming. So if you are interested in rabbit farming, please do not hesitate to contact me, and I can also safely say that I do sell pure breeds, because I only focus on New Zealand white, a pure breed. And one may ask, one can ask, how do you know that this is a pure breed? Of course, for those of you guys who do have like knowledge in terms of like rabbit farming, record keeping is very important when it comes to rabbit farming. And then those people who keep the records, they know the bloodline, who is the father, who is the grandfather, who is the offsprings, I mean say, of this animal. So you can easily follow the bloodline of that animal, and then the good breeder keeps the records, and then they can always show you their records for you to be able to see that you are dealing with pure breeds. And another thing which is very good when it comes to like pure breeds is that they grow really fast, especially if you want to venture into meat production. It only takes like 3 months, which is 12 weeks, from the time they are born up to the time that you can sell them. So that's 3 months. And then, so if you have like many breeders, like I have right now, I have like I said, I have 49 breeders that I'm using, and each dog can give you the minimum of about 7 to 8, and then maximum, the highest I've received was like 13. So that's quite a lot. They multiply in numbers very, very fast. So you can do your numbers, you can work your numbers in your head, then you can see how much money you can make. So yeah, there is really good money to be made in rabbit farming, but you have to be serious. You have to be really good at keeping records, and good at having like the right breeds. And then, of course, if you want your rabbits to grow fast, stick to pure breeds. The other breeds can be a problem. When I say other breeds, I mean like crossbreeds. I also mean like inbreeding. When I say inbreeding, I mean it means a father can mate with the daughter or some relatives in the head. So that's inbreeding. So crossbreeds is like when you take one breed and mix it with another breed, then it's like crossbreeding. So yeah, I only do like pure breeds. I do not like do inbreeding. I just focus on the pure New Zealand white. Share with me in the comment section what you think about rabbit farming, and share with me in the comment section how it is like in your country. If you're watching from some other countries or some other African countries, how big is rabbit farming in your country? Yeah, and the challenges that you are facing if you're a rabbit farmer out there. Yes, there are challenges in all businesses out there. There is no business out there which doesn't have its own challenges, just like any other business out there. So yeah, share with us so that we can all learn and we can all discuss with other people. Yeah, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Cheers, catch you on the next one. Bye.